So I was minding my own business, wanting to go to sleep, and apparently I can't do that anymore because guess what? There's new Team Sonic Racing music, so I'm gonna die of exhaustion and talk about my thoughts on the track. Here we go.
I got hot sauce in my bag, swag.
Hey there beautiful human, my name is RidersDX and welcome to my channel where today we're going to be talking about the brand new Team Sonic Racing track that's recently came out. And yes, this is what the track is called. It's called Ocean View, and yes, it does look very familiar. So here's how this video is going to be structured actually, because my opinion on this stage and track kind of changed as I discovered more and more information. So I'm going to take you from when I first saw the thumbnail to hearing the song and then what I think about it at this very moment. But before we do that, I want to show off today's fan art, so let's go ahead and dive into some more fan art. This is a cute little piece from a user named Shadow Dark. It's basically a recreation of my old avatar, and I'm not gonna lie, I do miss this old avatar. I mean, it was the first iteration of Metal Duckles, I guess, before I got this new one. And I love the new one, don't get me wrong, but there was a certain charm about the old one that I'm always gonna love. So thank you so much for drawing this. I'll leave a link to Shadow Dark's Twitter in the description box below. Check him out. Back to the topic at hand. So if y'all recall from my Whale Lagoon video, I'm not very happy about Team Sonic Racing reusing levels. And when I saw Ocean View, I was like, oh my gosh, they took the level from Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed as well. I mean, let's look at this image. You can see that it looks very much like the level from All-Stars Racing Transformed, and it even has that really weird red robot, which I still don't understand why that was in the original Transformed game. But you know what? I'm not gonna question it. I mean, it looks kind of cool, I guess. It's just really random. But you know what? I've kind of got to this point where I'm not really as mad about it as I was before, and it's not because I've grown to loving them reusing assets, because that's definitely not the case, but I've kind of just grown to care less. I know that sounds really bad, but I care less in a positive way, because I still know that this is going to be a really fun game and that Sumo Digital is going to definitely deliver a great racing experience. And we also have a bunch of new level reviews that are really exciting to me. Like, I'm really excited about Sand Ruins, Boo's House, even Spagonia in a bit of a way. I'm really excited about Ice Mountain too. Ice Mountain looks really cool. So there's a lot of really cool levels already that we've seen. So you know what? I am disappointed to see this level come back, but at the same time, there's other options to choose from. So I'm not going to make a huge stink about it. At least that's what I was initially thinking. So then I listened to the track and I was like, wait a minute, this is an Ocean Palace, because I'll be honest, I was expecting an Ocean Palace remix. It just seems like a very obvious answer. But when I listened to it, it was a remix of a Sonic CD track. And I was like, yo, this is interesting, you know? I'm loving how they're taking from all sorts of different games and remixing tracks from all of Sonic's history. It really makes this a really cool retrospective experience at the same time, you know? They're not just focusing on the classic era, they're not just focusing on the adventure era, although the tracks so far have a very strong adventure vibe to them. They're taking tracks throughout the entire series history and remixing all of them, and that's a really cool concept. And I guess, like, if they're going to remix and reuse old assets, they might as well do it in a really cool way. So the track is really cool. I love the use of guitars in them, and yeah, it sounds like a great racing track. Now, flash forward to right now and how I'm feeling about this inclusion in the level overall right now. And I decided to go and search up the All-Stars Racing Transform level just for research purposes, because I actually wanted to see if that red robot was in this level also or not. And not only did I find out that the red robot was also from Transform, but they used exact same name in the track name. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, at least with Whale Lagoon, they like changed the name. At least I'm pretty sure they did. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, because if they took Whale Lagoon also from All-Stars Racing, then this basically like voids my whole argument. But they weren't as far as basically porting the entire stage with barely any changes. including a name. Like, at least give a different name, you know, like at least make it seem like it's gonna be different. But no, it's basically a complete port of a level from All Stars Racing Transformed, and I really hope this is the last level they do that for, because it was bad enough with Whale Lagoon, but this time with Ocean View they couldn't even bother to change the name. Like, that's how recycled this level feels. And the track is a remix of the same track also, so the only new thing with this track is the music track, which is really good. So I'm not complaining about the music's really great, but they're literally taking the level and putting it in this game, and they're not even bothering to make it seem like it's new. I guess that's better in some ways, because at least they're not lying, but I don't know. I really hope this is the last level that they do something like this with. At least if you're going to take old levels back, change them up a little bit to make them a little bit different so that they feel fresh. Because unless you have like 50 other tracks for me to play in this game, I don't want to see old material in Team Sonic Racing. I don't. I think it's a waste of potential, a waste of everyone's time, and it just seems lazy from my standpoint. But like I said, I'm not as angry about it anymore. I actually have kind of come to the conclusion that even if they reuse a lot of assets, this game is still going to be really fun with the team mechanic at least. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how the game plays out with the team mechanic and all that. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Are you happy about the inclusion of Ocean View, or do you despise it? Let me know your thoughts. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe to my channel if you like videos like these and you want to see more in the future. Follow me on Twitter at RidersDX, or join my Discord server, the Spongy Garden. Sorry for how short this video is, but there's really not much else to talk about with this track, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Hopefully there's no more news for the rest of the week, because I need a break. This is Riders, and I'm riding out.